Okay, so if I need to subtract 5 1/5 minus 3 2/3, I'm going to follow the steps below. First, if my denominators are unlike, I've got to find the LCM just like normal. So I'm going to find the least common denominator. Step 2, I'm going to convert or change. I'm going to change my fractions to equivalent fractions with like denominators. So I will use that least common multiple as my common denominator, just like normal. Okay, so far my steps are the same. Just remember, when you're doing this, you want to perform the same operation on top as you do on the bottom. What do I mean by that? I mean that when I figure out that my LCM, if I'm figuring out my LCM of all of these two denominators here, 5 and 3, okay, if I'm doing this, I want to make sure that whenever I'm rewriting my fractions with 15 on the bottom as my new denominator, that I am multiplying the numerator and denominator both by the same number to get that 15. So looking at 1/5, this is the first fraction that I'm changing. 5 times what gives me 15? 3. So then I have to do the same thing to the top. So 1 times 3 is 3. That's what this little star remember note means, okay? 3 times 5 gives me 15, so 2 times 5 means that my new numerator is 10. So the fractions that I'm now working with, it's going to be 5 3/15 minus 3 10/15. The problem is that whenever I write this, I'm going to write it over here to the side so that you can see what this looks like, okay? I have 5 3/15 minus 3 10/15. The problem that I'm running into is that my numerators can't subtract, okay? So this is where I have to do some borrowing and some regrouping. Okay, that's the problem that I'm facing right now. So step number 3 says rewrite my equation. I did. I can't subtract 3 minus 10, so I have to regroup. Okay, here's how I regroup. So this little section here is telling me how to regroup everything because of this problem that I have here, okay? So what I want to do is I'm going to write right here in this box 5, I don't want to use that. Let me try this one. 5 3/15 is the same thing as if I were to pull out a whole. So I'm going to borrow from this 5, which leaves me with 4, just like I normally would. But when I'm borrowing from the 5 and I'm taking out a whole number, how does 5 look as a mixed number? 4 and what? Close, you're really close. It's 15/15. I'm only representing 5 right now. Okay, so right now I'm just focusing on this part. Okay, this is representing my 5. Do y'all see how 4 and 15/15 is equal to 5? Because we know 15/15 is one whole, and 1 and 4 make 5. So I'm having to split it apart so that I can pull out a fraction that I can then add on to 3/15. Okay, so once I do that, I have 3/15 left over. And now I have 4 plus, I'm going to show you with a different color. I'm going to add these two numerators together. And that's how I end up getting 18/15, like Eli was saying a second ago. Okay, so I'm borrowing from the 5. That leaves me with 4. To regroup, I have to take out this whole number that I borrowed and write it as a fraction. Okay, then I can add it to the 3/15, and now I have 18/15. Okay, is everybody with me?
Yes.
Okay. Now what I'm going to do is solve the rest of my problem. Okay, I have a hand. Nope. Do I have a hand? Okay, so now I'm going to solve the rest of my problem. So now what I have is 4 and 18/15 minus 3 and 10/15. And now I can actually solve it. So see how I went from this number here? I have done this whole step of regrouping to create this fraction. So now I can actually subtract my fractions. 18 minus 10 is 8/15, and then my whole number is 4 minus 3 is 1. Okay, so this is my final answer. Now there's one other way you can do this if regrouping gets confusing. There's one other way. So you've got a little bit of white space somewhere, maybe, hopefully. This doesn't take much. Okay, you still have to find a common denominator to do the way I'm about to show you. Okay, so I'm going to just block off a little section here. And what I would do is I would take my original numbers that I created. So remember, when I rewrote them with common denominators, I had 5 and 3/15 minus 3 and 10/15. Okay, so the other way you can do this, if regrouping is really confusing, you can also change each of these to a improper fraction. So I would do 15 times 5, which is 75, plus 3, which is 78/15. And then the bottom one, 15 times 3 is 45, plus 10 is 55/15. And then I can just subtract my numerators. And that's going to be 23/15. But I have to go one more step and convert that back to a mixed number. So it would be 1 and 8/15. Because 15 goes into 23. How did I get 78/15? Okay, so this was my backwards C method. I'm changing those mixed numbers. So listen, I'm showing you two ways. We're gonna practice, okay, with some plickers in a second. And you're gonna choose something that you feel like makes most sense to you, okay? You've gotta pick one. If you're like, oh my gosh, the borrowing regrouping, that is really tricky. Y'all, I couldn't do that for a long time. It did not make sense in my head. I could not figure it out. So I changed my mixed numbers to improper fractions and just did that. And then went back to a mixed number. Pick what works for you.